Have you been through any place where you are surrounded with water and even though there are large buildings out there? Well, if not, then now you're going to get that experience of the city where people call the city of love and the city of canals named Venice. This city is one of my favorite cities of the world, and in this video, you will know why. You're going to know why I like this city with no roads. Hello and welcome everyone to your favorite YouTube channel, City to Visit. Today's video is going to be so interesting that you will dive into it because I'm going to show you the most beautiful and coolest places you have to visit when you've been in Venice. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy this fun ride. This city was built on 118 islands divided by a network of canals filled with stunning architecture, rich culture, romantic gondolas, and captivating history. The entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Venice is filled with beautiful places to see. Everyone must have heard of the famous St. Mark's Square, Grand Canal, or Rialto Bridge. However, there's more to see in Venice than just its most famous landmarks. Well, we start this ride from St. Mark's Basilica. It is Venice's best-known church and one of the most easily recognized in the world. St. Mark's Basilica, or Basilica di San Marco, was originally the Doge's private chapel. Decorated with Byzantine art treasures that are all part of the booty bought back by Venetian ships after the fall of Constantinople. The gold-backed mosaic pictures above the doorways on the facade only hint at the mosaic artistry inside, where 4,240 square meters of gold mosaics cover the domes and walls. These set a distinctly Byzantine tone to its soaring interior, but you'll find treasures from other periods, including later mosaics designed by Titan and Tintoretto, names you'll encounter all over the city. The magnificent gold altarpiece, the Pala di Oro, one of the finest in Europe, was begun by early 12th century artists, and centuries later adorned with nearly 2,000 gems and precious stones. If you can tear your eyes from this, the mosaic domes and the multitude of richly decorated altars, glance down at the floor, a masterpiece of marble inlay, and take time to see the gold reliquaries and icons in the treasury. After this beautifully designed church, let's move on to Doge's Palace, also called Palazzo Ducale. It's another place that deserves a place at the top of any list of things to do in Venice. It's the best place to learn about the history of Venice. A visit here is fascinating and well worth your time. If you only have time to visit just one Venice, then you must find an attraction inside the Doge's Palace. Whilst Doge's Palace is a museum today and one of Venice's most famous landmarks, it was originally built between the 10th and 11th centuries as a fort. In the 12th century, it was transformed into a beautiful palace, then added to throughout the years. For nearly 1,000 years, it was the building from which Venice's chief magistrates, the Doges, decided Venice's fate. It was also the residence for the Doge in power at the time. There's so much to admire here, from its breathtaking facade featuring gorgeous pink Verona marble to the beautiful stone arches and magnificent sculptures inside. You can also see some of the world's most famous works of art, including pieces by A. Vittoria, Titan, and Veronese. The Doge's apartments and institutional chambers are exceptionally stunning, and in a dramatic contrast, you also get to visit the cells of the medieval prison and walk over the famous Bridge of Sighs. Another soothing place to visit in Venice is the Piazza San Marco of the St. Mark's Square. The vast expanse of Venice's large square is brought together and made to seem almost intimate by the elegant uniformity of its architecture on three sides. But more than its architectural grace, St. Mark's Square, Piazza San Marco, is loved as Venice's living room. The place everybody gathers, strolls, drinks coffee, stops to chat, meets friends and tour guides, or just passes through on the way to work or play. Three sides are framed in arcades, beneath which are fashionable shops and even more fashionable cafes. The open end is bookmarked by the erratic, exotic curves, swirls, mosaics, and lacy stone filigree of St. Mark's Basilica. Above it towers the brick shaft of the Campanile. For overviews of this busy piazza, you can go to the top or to the top of the Torre del Oroliogo, where a pair of Moors strike the hour. Moving ahead, here we reached at Teatro La Fenice. Well, if you're coming to Venice and not enjoying opera, then it's going to be a bummer. One of the best places to see in Venice for opera lovers is the Teatro La Fenice. It is a popular Italian theater that is always crowded with enthusiasts and travelers wanting to enjoy a few shows. Apart from the shows, the building itself is dome-shaped and is beautifully designed and built. So take some time out from your schedule and experience an opera performance here. Venice in one way or the other stands out as a destination. Be it due to the romantic environment here, the perfect melange of modern and medieval monuments, or its strong history. So if you've got Venice on your mind, then this list will help you make the most of your time there. Okay, now that you've come this far, and I believe that you're loving this beautiful city of northern Italy as much as I do, if yes, then give us a thumbs up right now and let's move on to our adventure ride. Now that we reached one of the most famous tourist places of Venice, Ponte di Rialto. It's popularly known as the Rialto Bridge. It marks the spot of the island's first settlement called Rivus Altus, or the High Bank. It was built in 1588, some 150 years after the collapse of a previous wooden bridge. This stone arch supports two busy streets and double set of shops. Along with serving as a busy crossing point midway along the canal, it's a favorite vantage point for tourists taking or posing for photos, and for watching the assortment of boats always passing under it. The Church of San Bartolomeo, close to the San Marco end of the bridge, was the church of the German merchants who lived and worked in the Fondaco dei Tedeschi, German commodity exchange, bordering the canal here. It has an excellent altarpiece, the Martyrdom of Saint Bartholomew by Palma the Younger. The former exchange is now a popular place to go shopping. Moving on to the next location, the Venetian Ghetto. The Venetian Ghetto, also known as Jewish Ghetto, is a neighborhood that is situated to the northwestern side of Venice. It was established in the year 1516 and is known to be the first ever ghetto to have existed in the world. During the mid-1500s, the Jews of the country were forced to leave the main city and find shelter in this region. Even in the ghetto, the Jews were allowed to come out only during the day and were locked inside their houses with guards guarding the entire place till the next morning. Due to its historical significance, the place attracts a lot of tourists every year, and it's known to be one of the top places to see in Venice. Despite the troubling history that this place holds, it still has wonderfully built restaurants, museums, and shops to welcome the tourists. Although a lot of tourists overlook the ghetto, we would definitely recommend it as it is a wonderful place to explore. After this, let us visit the amazing art gallery, Gallerie dell'Accademie. If you are an art lover or fond of photography, this is your spot. The place is filled with a lot of fascinating stuff, and the entire place is divided into prestigious art galleries. Being one of the best places to visit in Venice, Gallerie dell'Accademie offers the entire evolution of art forms right from the medieval period. The entire evolution is depicted in paintings that are arranged in the perfect chronology. If you're visiting here, do not miss the chance to lay your eyes on Tintoretto and Tiziano, Giorgione, Bellini, Veronese, Carpaccio, and some of the other masterpieces of Rape of the Sabines, Cassoni, Adimari, and Michelangelo's David. So here we are now at our last stoppage of this beautiful ride of this beautiful city, Venice, the Grand Canal. Well, sweeping through the heart of Venice in a giant reverse S-curve, the Grand Canal is a principal boulevard throughout the city, connecting Piazza San Marco, Rialto Bridge, and the arrival points of the railway station and bridge from the mainland. Only 4 bridges cross its 3.8-kilometer length, but stripped-down gondolas called traghetti shuttle back and forth at several points between bridges. The Grand Canal was the address of choice for anyone who claimed any influence in Venice. However, at this great architectural structure, we end our ride, and we end this video too. But do not worry, as we're coming back with another video on the Big Apple of America, which is New York. And if you like our content, make sure that you like our video. And do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to get videos from us regularly, and also do not forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.